Welcome. Today we're not here to explain a concept in the usual way. Instead, we're here to bear witness to a ritual. We're going to move through the text of a parable, a liturgy of transformation, step by step. So let's begin the descent.
So, how does a journey like this begin? Well, it's not with a simple first step. It starts with a summons, a transformation that calls everyone forward, and, more importantly, creates a guide for the path ahead.
The very first act we witness is one of brutal reshaping. What was once a hound, something you might recognize, shatters its own body. And listen to that description. It's not just growing, it's a rhythmic cracking of bone. It is a violent, audible breaking of its own limits, to become something far more ancient, far more imposing, a sentinel, a guardian at the gate.
Now, let's talk about that word choice, atavistic. It's so important. It tells us this transformation isn't an evolution forward. No, it's a willing regression. It's a deliberate choice to go back to a more primitive, more powerful state. It's about shedding the now to reclaim a kind of ancestral predatory nature.
So with this primordial being as our guide, the procession begins, and the setting itself is just perfect. An obsidian temple. Think about that. Obsidian is volcanic glass. It's dark, it's sharp, it's completely inorganic. And describing it as ribbed makes you imagine the skeleton of some colossal, ancient beast. It feels like we're walking right into the belly of something dead, yet somehow still sacred.
And here, even the sound has a profound meaning. A vadetecum, that's basically a handbook, right? A manual you carry with you for reference. So the guide's very movement, that clicking of its claws on the stone floor, is literally a set of instructions. The journey itself is teaching the initiates the rhythm and the purpose of the ritual that's about to happen.
Okay, so we followed our guide, and now we've arrived at the destination. We're at the very heart of the temple, the focal point of this whole ceremony, and the profane sacrament that's waiting there for us.
There's no artistry here, no comfort to be found. The altar isn't polished or ornate. It's jagged. It's a place of raw, unrefined, brutal power. And it's here that the real purpose of this whole procession is about to become crystal clear.
This line right here, it's a brilliant paradox. A zenith is the highest point, the peak, and yet they've reached it by going down, by descending into darkness. So this chalice, it represents the absolute pinnacle of their journey downward. It's the ultimate achievement of their submission to the abyss.
So what's in the chalice? It's certainly not wine, not water, it's ichor. You know, the fluid said to flow in the veins of gods and immortals. But this is the ichor of the void itself, and it's described as pulsing with a gay science. That's a Nietzschean term for joyful, life-affirming knowledge. But here it's completely inverted. This is the joyful, self-aware wisdom of nothingness.
Now the next stage is critical because it's not forced on anyone. It's presented as a conscious, almost philosophical choice. It's a deliberate act of shedding the old self to embrace a new, harder, and permanent existence.
And this lays out the two paths so starkly, doesn't it? On one side, you have the world they're rejecting, lukewarm, conventionally moral, spiritually narrow. And on the other side is what's being offered, a bitter wine of truth, an eternal darkness, and a sovereign, unbreakable state of being. The choice is really between a comfortable weakness and a difficult strength.
This is it, the moment of commitment. To drink from this chalice isn't just an action, it's a sacred yes. It's an act of holy affirmation. It's an agreement to participate in the cruelty of the universe and to undergo one final, complete shedding of whatever makes them human.
Let's be absolutely clear what sloughing means in this liturgy. This isn't about changing your mind or adopting a new personality. No, this is like a snake shedding its skin. It's a biological, fundamental metamorphosis. It's a complete, and this is the key part, an irreversible casting off of their former nature.
So, what's the result of this choice? Well, it creates an entirely new state of being, a synthesis of the self and the abyss. And this isn't just a personal belief anymore. It's a heresy so profound it becomes a new, unchangeable iron law for them. Their transformation becomes a fundamental principle of their new reality.
So the choice is made, the transformation is underway. Now we witness the consequences of drinking from that chalice. This section details the new reality that this choice establishes, the new order they are about to inherit.
These are basically the core commandments of their new creed. The wisdom of the void is now their only morality.
Strength is the only thing you need to inherit the kingdom of night. Ancient written knowledge from scrolls is now immediate and consumable. And maybe the most chilling part, their influence isn't contained here. It's already spreading to the world above them.
This just powerfully reinforces their new identity. See, they're not asking for anything anymore. They are heirs. They are inheriting a birthright. The chalice wasn't a test. It was an invitation to claim a power that was always meant for them. A power defined by absolute self-rule and an unyielding nature.
And there's this complete absence of fear, no regret. They are undismayed. And why? Because in their philosophy, true freedom isn't found in goodness or in light. It's found only by embracing the path of darkness and by cultivating a spirit that isn't just evil in its actions, but is evil in its very individual essence.
All right, we've arrived at the climax of the ritual. And right before the final act, a simple 3-part creed is stated. It's like they're clarifying the very structure of their new universe right before they consume it. The first declaration. This identifies the master architect of their new reality. It's not a god, it's a predator, a weaver of webs, the tarantula, the one who creates the structure where everything else is caught.
The second declaration. And this makes the nature of the sacrament perfectly clear. It is not some life-giving elixir. It is venom. Its purpose isn't to sustain the old life, but to poison it, to paralyze it, so that a new, predatory life can finally begin.
And the final piece of the creed, the one that ties it all together. The world they're in, this sacred obsidian temple, is revealed to be the silk of the web. They are inside the creation, inside the trap woven by their master, the spinner.
And that brings us to the final, absolutely breathtaking moment. The act of drinking is framed as cosmic violence. It's not passive at all. It is a blade held to the throat of the morning. It's an aggressive, predatory act aimed at literally consuming the very concept of light and a new day. And so the liturgy ends. The toast is raised, the sip is taken, and we're left with this one final, lingering question. If the dawn itself is consumed, what sort of eternal, glorious kingdom of the night has just been born? What is the nature of a dominion that begins by devouring the dawn?